Positive thought management. What is it and why is it important? Well, first of all, the fact is, thoughts are things. They are prevalent, predictive, and powerful. Your mind is not submissively subjected to whatever comes into it. You can decide which thoughts you will tolerate and which not. But you must make this choice carefully, not superficially. There is an energy behind every thought. A positive thought is constructive, a negative one, destructive. A joyful message inspires, a sad one discourages. Thoughts are spiritual energies. They embody a power which humanity today is barely aware of. A thought born of love can inspire a person to lay down their life for another. A thought spawned from hatred can drive that same person to kill. Thinking positively, like love, is a choice. It is not a feeling. You don't think positively because you feel positive. You think positively because you choose to think positively, just as you choose to behave in a loving way, even when you don't feel like it. Thinking positively is a consciously chosen mental attitude that expects good and favorable outcomes. And with those expectations comes inner peace, success, improved relationships, better health, happiness, and satisfaction. When we face disappointing situations and challenges, which are inherent in all relationships, we have a choice about how we will choose to interpret them. There are basically two ways to interpret experiences in life. We can tell ourselves stories about whatever the situation might be that will generate negative thoughts and feelings, or we can frame the experience of a situation so that it generates positive thoughts and feelings. Why do some people choose to interpret their situations from a negative perspective rather than to interpret them from a positive one? It could be that they do not understand the seriousness of the consequences of positive and negative thoughts. Each of us will face challenges and disappointment. That is a fact. But the stories we build around those challenges and feelings of disappointment are completely up to us. Negative or positive thoughts begin to rule our minds the moment we choose to allow ourselves to think or believe them. Many people do not want to believe they have the power to create happiness or misery in their lives. They want to believe their lives and their feelings are out of their control. But in reality, your thoughts and your feelings are the only things actually in your control, although it is not easy to manage them. Thought management takes work, dedication, and discipline. So what are the basic steps to thought management? Consider 9 critical actions that can change the way you think. Number 1, examine what you think. The first step in successful thought management is that you must discern what you are currently thinking. This means you must become aware of your thoughts. This is a process. Most of us stumble through our lives without taking the time to listen to our own thoughts. Human beings have a great ability. It is the ability to choose our thoughts, which determine our perspectives. It is not circumstances or events that make us react, think, or behave. It is the way we choose to think about those circumstances and the meaning we give those events that influence us. If your car has a flat tire, you run out of gas, your water heater explodes, or your toilet overflows, you can, of course, choose to feel horribly inconvenienced, frustrated, and ticked off. Having those feelings and reactions even seems appropriate and rational to most people. But you must ask yourself, what does choosing to feel ticked off actually accomplish for me? Does it fix my tire, water heater, or toilet? Our thoughts are really the only thing we have complete control over, and yet They are the things over which people choose to have the least control. Number 2, gain insight. Know thyself. Sometimes we simply do not want to feel positively about something. It is important to reflect on these times so that we can begin to understand ourselves and examine why. These moments of self-reflection aid us in better understanding ourselves. All people struggle with thought management. Don't judge yourself. Instead, notice. Notice what you're choosing to think and ask yourself why. When you are beginning, keep a thought diary. Write down your thoughts. Most people are completely unaware of how often negative thoughts fill their minds. It is helpful to keep a diary of thoughts, attitudes, actions, and reactions. Now that most people carry smartphones, it's very easy to write down your thoughts. Later, this list will give you a chance to reflect upon your thoughts, analyze them, and determine those you most need and want to change. Number 3, exchange negative thoughts for positive ones. Does this require effort of you? Absolutely. You actually have to choose to be responsible and accountable for what you allow yourself to think and ultimately feel. Some people don't believe they can stop thinking a negative thought. Really, the act is simple. When a negative thought enters your mind, pretend you are reaching in and taking that thought out. Write it down. Now either throw it away, tear it up, or flush it down the toilet. This deliberate action makes a huge difference, but you cannot stop there. You have to quickly write down a positive thought to replace the negative one that you removed, because nature abhors a vacuum. Selecting a positive thought to replace any negative thought is a very critical piece of the thought management exercise. Although it might feel difficult and maybe even foolish at first, with persistence and dedication, it will become a habit. And once it becomes a habit, you will find that choosing positive thoughts becomes almost automatic. Number 4, optimism versus pessimism. Play the positive change game. Choosing to view the world through positive or optimistic lenses will cause you to develop positive thoughts. It is simple to play the positive change game. Just ask yourself, if I choose to look at this situation through positive lenses, would that alter the way I feel about this experience? You'll find the answer is almost always yes. Although this game is simple, it is not easy. Choosing to look at any given experience through positive lenses requires discipline. You must believe that this shift in perception is worth the effort it requires. If you get your heart broken, it is difficult to tell yourself to relax and understand that the future holds better for you. But it is exactly because you tell yourself the future holds better for you that you are actively creating better for you in your future. Number 5, counter your negative thoughts with gratitude. Human beings are not fond of change, so you will catch yourself resisting altering your negative thoughts and stories. The best and easiest way to interrupt or counter negative thoughts is by thinking of those things you are grateful for. Ask yourself, what if I woke up tomorrow only with what I was grateful for today? How busy would your mind be today if you lived your life believing that tomorrow you will wake up with only what you were grateful for today? If you do this simple exchange of thoughts, you will discover that not only do your thoughts change, but your feelings shift from frustration caused by entitlement to joy caused by your appreciation of those things you value most in life. Number 6, hang out with those living the positive life you want. Stay away from negative people. Make sure that you surround yourself with people who believe in you and your dreams and are excited to make their dreams come true as well. Everyone needs encouragement. No great man or woman does anything alone. We are only truly great when we allow ourselves to make the difference in the world we are here to make. When we live our dreams, we find we also benefit the lives of others. So surround yourself with like-minded, positive, focused people who want to help you achieve success. Stop hanging around with negative people. Great thinkers say, you are a combination of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If this is true, what 5 people do you want helping to determine your future? Number 7, don't sweat the small stuff. Focus only on what is truly important in your life. Don't let small stuff throw you off course. Don't get sidetracked by which way the toilet paper is on the roll or who did or did not use the squeegee on the shower door. Keep the outcome that is most important in the forefront of your mind, like, I want to experience love and support richly and abundantly in my life. You will find that the more you allow small frustrations to disappear, the more you will be able to keep what is really important in the forefront of your consciousness. Number 8, prioritize your thoughts and actions. Before you set important relationship and life goals, allow yourself to visualize your ultimate outcome. I did not say allow yourself to escape life by living in a fantasy world. Visualization takes discipline. Make sure you know what your greatest dreams are built on. Before you start any plan or action, clearly focus your mind on a successful outcome. Allow your dreams to guide you forward. Ask yourself, will this feeling, thought, or action bring me closer to my beloved or push me away from them? Will this negative action or thought pull me off the direct path to the kind of life that I dream of? Knowing the end goal helps us prioritize our thoughts and actions. Number 9, develop new habits. Our present automatic attitudes, whether negative or positive, are already existing habits, built from our experiences, our stories, the feedback of parents, friends, society, and self. Altogether, they form our self-image and our world view. Keep in mind, old habits die hard, especially the bad ones. Really take the time to choose what relationship habits are going to best serve to strengthen your love and your life. Be honest with yourself about existing habits that are creating havoc and destruction in your relationships. You cannot change someone else, but you can change your thoughts, attitudes, and actions, and in the process, model, encourage, and inspire others to choose to do the same. Bottom line, we are what we think. As I said at the beginning, thoughts are things. They are prevalent, predictive, and powerful. If you are willing to practice and learn responsible management of your thoughts, you will discover that your new habit has the power to actually create relationships, opportunities, and realities as great as you can dream.